coffee. They almost busted me, man. I was eating the cake before the 5,000th episode was finished. We have to wait till it's done.
How many is it? 5,000? 5,000. Why is that important? Why is that important? Oh, it's 5,000 shows. We did 5,000 shows. It's pretty cool. 250 shows a year for almost 20 years. You know, I hit Susan Flannery for the first time in 20 years. With a pillow, granted, with a pillow. And then she hit me back and it exploded. So she gets the upper hand, as usual. But this is pretty cool. I mean, it's really cool. There are people working here who are like 5 years old when we started. Or some who weren't even born. And now it's a big deal.
Okay, tell me exactly what the 5,000th episode is like. But don't really tell me, just kind of tease me.
Me tell you.
Yeah, just tease me about it.
Yeah, okay. Tease, okay.
Give me a
well,
concept.
it has 4 people in it.
Do we know any of them?
We could.
Okay.
We could possibly know them.
Susan.
I thought you
John.
said don't tell you.
Well, you're not telling me, I'm telling you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Who else?
You.
Yeah.
And who else?
You!
Me. Okay, so keep going. What's it about?
Then it's about... Shh. Are they taping something?
That's all right, he can hear us.
It's the... Am I supposed to tell what it's about?
Well, we all get cozy, don't we?
It's about a lot of snow.
Snow.
And feathers.
Snow and feathers.
Now,
How many shows is this? Come on.
5,000.
I know.
And Catherine Kelly Lang just said the sweetest thing to John McCook.
Yeah, she did.
Because she screen tested with him, and she said, first time I ever heard this, and I think the first time you ever heard it,
It is the first time
That-
I've ever heard it.
he made her so comfortable in the screen test, she tells people, if I hadn't been with John, I probably wouldn't have gotten the job.
That's right.
Is that
That's
nice?
Right. Isn't that sweet? It's
I
the
think
sweetest thing.
that's fabulous.
You read these things in the press, but nobody ever says it. Kelly said it to me. Isn't that sweet?
Yeah.
Of course, I was
But then the
auditioning
other
for Ridge,
thing,
and I
yes,
didn't get
that's
it.
right.
So I had to play this whole guy.
That's right.
I think the cake says it all. We all know why we're here today, celebrating 5,000 episodes of The Bold and Beautiful. I'd be lying if I said it seems like just yesterday, because it's been a long road and it's been a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication. There's so many people in this room. But more than anything else, it's been just an incredible privilege to have people welcome us into their homes across the United States and across the world. And when I think back to 1987, when the show began,
Remember back that far?
I do. I was in my 20s. Many of us were in our 20s. We've literally grown up here.
Me too.
I was a teenager. But the television landscape seemed so simple back then. It was just a handful of shows, and now we're competing against hundreds of television shows. And the internet and the world's changed so much, but it's just exciting to stand here and say that we're still #1 in our time slot. And we're going to keep bringing you more fresh episodes of The Bold and the Beautiful. So, do 5,000. All right, then before we cut the cake, there are a few people I'd like to bring up. I'd like to start with my brother, Bill Bell. Absolutely key in our wonderful international success and so much that's been going on here. And my mom, co-creator, Lee Phillip Bell. Back to today's episode. Today's episode stars 4 actors only, and each one of them extraordinary and with us from episode #1. John McCook. John Voss. Susan Flannery. And Catherine Kelly Lang. Incredibly important they've been to the show, and how fortunate we are to have worked with them all these years. Thank you.
Thank you.
And now I'd like to invite the rest of the cast.
Oh, yes, please, Ari.
We're gonna make it happen. No, it's wonderful. Come on, look at all of us. A huge number of us have been here for the whole time, since the first day. And Ron Moss said the same thing to me this morning that he said to me on that first day. He held up the script and he said, "What is this?" It's an interesting question. Congratulations to all of us on YouTube.
Happy 5,000!